There are places in this world where water is not just a source of life, but also a gateway. Deep in the interior of Borneo, hidden within dense jungle, lie villages with a unique view of death. We've seen burials on land, in the air, even in trees. But in Nagara village, for a community deeply tied to the river, the final farewell isn't on the ground, but beneath the surface. This is the story of the quietest, coldest, and most sacred of rituals, an underwater burial. An eternal journey in which the body returns to the bosom of the river, becoming one with its unceasing flow. This is the Nagara's sacred promise to the water that has given them life. To understand this tradition, we must understand rivers. For the Nagara people, rivers, for example, the Kahayan River, are their mother, market, highway, and spirituality. Rivers are manifestations of Ranying Hatala Langit, the supreme God, and the abode of ancestral spirits. Death is not the end, but rather a transition. They believe that the departed spirit must journey to Lewutatau, heaven, with a guide. And in Nagara, the best place to begin that journey is from the place they are most connected to, water. Before the main ritual, there is a lengthy land ceremony. The body is prepared, wrapped in a special woven cloth, and prayed over with ancient prayers. The entire village gathers, not in hysterical grief, but in a deep silence and reverence. The crucial moment is when the coffin is lowered into a traditional canoe. It is not a stone or wooden coffin, but a coffin specially designed to sink. The coffin is decorated not with flowers, but with symbols of water and weaving that will dissolve back into the river. The voyage begins. Slowly, the canoes carry the body to the middle of the river, where the current is strongest and the depths are quietest. This process is carried out by traditional elders or spiritual leaders while continuously chanting prayers. The coffin is lowered. There is no sound, only the gurgling of the water. Due to its weight, the coffin begins to sink slowly to the bottom of the river. It is the most poetic of farewell scenes. Absolute silence. The coffin is never buried. Instead, it is tied to the riverbed with ropes and large stone weights, ensuring it will remain there at what is considered a spiritual gateway. This coffin becomes a permanent part of the underwater ecosystem. When the body dissolves and returns to the river, the spirit is believed to have successfully ascended the current to Lewutatau. This is the culmination of their belief that by completely surrendering the body to nature, the spirit will be granted a peaceful journey. The ceremony concludes with the traditional elders sprinkling holy water and offerings onto the surface, a gesture of gratitude to the river. They sail back without looking back, as they have surrendered their loved ones to the most eternal embrace. Amidst this silent tradition, a noisy threat looms. Forest exploitation, illegal mining, and pollution have changed the face of the river. The once clear and pure water is now murky. How can they continue this ritual when their final resting place is threatened? For the Nagara, protecting the river is not just an environmental issue, but a spiritual and cultural one. Protecting the water is protecting the spirits of their ancestors. This tradition is slowly fading with modernization and urbanization. Younger generations are opting for more conventional burials on land. However, some families remain steadfast. Each coffin lowered into the river is a declaration, a promise repeated, a promise that they will continue to honor the water that gave them life, and ultimately, that it will bring them eternal peace. This is a legacy we must protect, a unique indigenous practice. The underwater burials in Nagara are a powerful reminder. Death doesn't have to be a dry, harsh place. Death can be a gentle reintegration into nature. Beneath the flowing river, there are no walls, no boundaries. There is only freedom and stillness. The bodies that reside there move with the current, accompanying the river on its endless journey. So when you see a calm river, remember Nagara. Remember the most beautiful and silent farewell tradition in Indonesia. Remember that for some, returning home means returning to the water. Returning home means becoming eternal in the current.